Despite differences between Roman adaptive and Roman displacing kingdoms, all post-Roman societies faced the same fundamental challenge: how to govern populations that were ethnically, culturally, and legally diverse. Their solutions were pragmatic rather than ideological, aimed at preserving order in a fractured world. A. Legal dualism. One of the most striking features of barbarian governance was legal dualism, the coexistence of Roman law and barbarian customary law within the same territory. Roman populations continued to live under Roman law. This law was written, systematic, and well understood by Roman elites. Barbarian rulers had no desire to abolish it. On the contrary, Roman law provided predictability and legitimacy, especially in matters of property, inheritance, and contract. Barbarian populations, by contrast, lived under their own customary laws. These were oral, personal, and tied to kinship and status. Justice emphasized compensation, oaths, and reconciliation rather than abstract legal principles. To manage this dual system, barbarian rulers commissioned legal codifications that preserved Roman law in accessible form. Two of the most important examples are the Lex Romana Burgundionum and the Breviarium Alarici. These texts did not invent new law. They translated Roman law for use in a post-imperial context. Legal dualism was not a sign of disorder. It was a strategy of governance. Rulers recognized that imposing uniform law would provoke resistance and instability. Allowing people to be judged according to familiar legal traditions maintained peace. B. Social stratification. Social order in the barbarian kingdoms reflected both continuity and change. Conquest required the redistribution of land, but rulers were careful not to destroy the productive capacity of their territories. Land redistribution often took the form of partial confiscations, commonly 1/3 to 2/3 of estates. This allowed barbarian elites to reward followers while leaving Roman landowners with enough property to remain economically viable. Roman aristocrats often retained social prestige and administrative influence, even under new rulers. Below the elite level, however, conditions worsened. Peasants increasingly lost freedom of movement. Economic insecurity pushed them into dependency relationships with landowners who offered protection. Over time, this dependency hardened into early forms of serfdom. The social hierarchy of the post-Roman world thus became more rigid. Status mattered more than citizenship. Personal loyalty replaced civic obligation. Society was organized around protection and dependence, not participation and rights. This leads us to the central interpretive point. Stability mattered more than equality. Barbarian rulers were not attempting to create just societies in any modern sense. Their goal was order, predictable, enforceable, and durable order. Inequality was tolerated, even encouraged, if it prevented conflict. In this sense, the barbarian kingdoms were not failures of Roman civilization, but adaptations to its collapse. They sacrificed universality for manageability, equality for stability. From these choices emerged the social and legal foundations of medieval Europe.